Okay, we as GFEI, we are doing analysis on the average fuel economy of new sold cars and how this evolves over time. And this is against the background to say, okay, if we want to reduce emissions, if we want to reduce fuel use, globally we need to get to a 50% less fuel consumption for vehicles by 2050. And in order to see this less fuel consumption in the stock, we need to have a 50% less fuel consumption of vehicles by 2030, which are newly sold at this time. Yeah? And what we are actually doing right now is to look into historic trends. What is the evolution of fuel economy of new sold vehicles in different countries. And here we see pretty interesting results. Within the OECD, we have fuel economy standards implemented, we have labeling schemes, we have fee baits and so on. And there we actually really see a pretty significant improvement of fuel economy over the last 6-7 years. But then the other part is, as non-OECD markets will be growing in the future and the non-OECD markets will be getting much more important for the global average, we really need to focus to get fuel economy policies towards these countries, to get them implemented in those growing markets. And what we see in the past is that their fuel economy stays flat. This is due to, let's say, shifts in vehicle sizes, people getting wealthier, people buying bigger cars. And actually this is one thing we really need to tackle to really bring this idea of fuel savings to the big future markets. If we are talking about fuel economy, we are also talking about the uptake of new technologies. And as Lou Fulton, for example, presented, the let's say getting to low emission scenarios, it's beyond fuel economy, it's really introduction of new technologies. And if you're talking about the introduction of new technologies, you're also talking about having some economic gaps to bridge during the introduction time, and there you get into the issues of how to subsidize new technologies and stuff like this. So I think this is matching pretty well with the summit theme. I mean, it's really interesting, and I mean, this session was really great because we had a full audience, and they were really interested in a lot of questions. So I think that's a great spot to meet a lot of interesting people. I mean, it's really about spreading ideas of how a global transport system could be more sustainable in the future, because the historic trend we in the OECD countries did in the past cannot be a way to do it in the future. This just won't work. So forums like this, they are really important to get the message out. We need to change something.